Good morning, basketball fans. The NBA landscape is constantly shifting, and today we're waking up to some seismic activity out of Boston. Get ready, because this is a big one. Today, we're diving into shocking news from Boston, a city synonymous with basketball excellence and unwavering tradition. The Celtics, fresh off a championship, a hard-fought victory that cemented their place in history, have shaken up their roster in a way few expected. This isn't just a minor tweak. This is a significant alteration to the team's DNA. Two major trades have sent ripples through the NBA, creating shockwaves that are being felt from coast to coast, involving key players Kristaps Porzingis, a versatile big man who brought a unique dimension to the Celtics offense, and Jrue Holiday, a defensive stalwart and proven winner known for his clutch performances. The Celtics are moving away from the very core, the foundation upon which their championship aspirations were built. That just brought them a title, a decision that has left many scratching their heads and wondering about the rationale behind it. A rare and risky move in modern NBA history. Teams rarely dismantle a championship roster so soon after reaching the pinnacle of success. Instead of running it back with the same group of players who tasted victory, Boston is choosing to get younger and more financially flexible, prioritizing long-term sustainability over immediate gratification, signaling a long-term vision from Brad Stevens and the front office, a strategic blueprint designed to ensure the Celtics' continued relevance in the years to come. These trades aren't just about swapping players, they're about much more than that. They're about reshaping the team's future and financial health, positioning the Celtics for sustained success in a league that demands both talent and fiscal responsibility. Fans are left with mixed emotions, a combination of sadness, confusion, and perhaps a glimmer of hope for what the future holds. Saying goodbye to heroes, players who have contributed significantly to the team's success and captured the hearts of Celtics fans. But also wondering what's next, speculating about the new team's potential and how they will fare in the ultra-competitive Eastern Conference. The Celtics have traded away two of their starting five, a bold move that signals a willingness to take risks in pursuit of long-term goals, a move almost unheard of for a reigning champion. It's a gamble, no doubt, but one that the Celtics brain trust clearly believes is worth taking. Most teams would keep their core together to chase more titles, attempting to build a dynasty and cement their legacy in NBA history. But Boston is taking a different path, charting their own course and defying conventional wisdom. The goal, the ultimate objective that drives every decision made by the front office, build a team that can compete for years, not just for a short window. They're aiming for sustained excellence, not just a fleeting moment of glory. This is a story of bold business, strategy, and calculated risk-taking, and the tough decisions needed to stay on top in professional sports. The NBA is a cutthroat league, and only the most adaptable teams survive. Let's break down exactly what happened, dissect the details of these blockbuster trades, and what it means for the Celtics' future. What are the implications of these moves, and how will they impact the team's chances of contending for another championship? Change is here. A new era is dawning in Boston, and Boston is betting big on it. Only time will tell if this gamble pays off, but one thing is certain. The Celtics are not afraid to shake things up in their pursuit of sustained success. Let's break down this significant move, dissecting each team's motivations and potential outcomes. The first blockbuster trade of the season, a three-team deal that has sent ripples throughout the league. This trade involves key players and future assets, making it a pivotal moment for all franchises involved. The Celtics, in a bold move, sent Kristaps Porzingis, a player with immense potential, but also a history of injuries, and a future second-round pick to the Atlanta Hawks. This move signals the Hawks' intent to bolster their front court and add a versatile scorer to their roster. In return, Boston strategically received Georges Niang from the Brooklynnets and a second-round pick from Atlanta, further adding to their draft capital. Niang brings reliable three-point shooting, a skill highly valued in today's NBA, and veteran experience, providing a steady presence both on and off the court. This perfectly fits Boston's new focus on acquiring dependable role players over relying solely on star power, aiming for a more balanced and versatile team. The Brooklyn Nets, the third team in the deal, played a crucial role in facilitating this complex transaction. They received a valuable trade exception, a financial tool, giving them significant flexibility for future moves and potential acquisitions down the line. For Boston, this trade is strategically about changing their roster composition. and simultaneously improving their financial situation, creating more cap space for future maneuvers. Atlanta gets a star in Porzingis to pair with Trae Young, forming a potentially dynamic duo, aiming to climb the Eastern Conference ranks and establish themselves as a true contender. Brooklyn gains a tool, a valuable asset, to help them rebuild their team and make strategic trades in the future, setting the stage for a new era of Nets basketball. Each team got what it needed, a testament to the collaborative nature of this deal. Boston resets their roster, Atlanta adds significant firepower to their offense, and Brooklyn strategically builds for the future, focusing on long-term growth and development. This trade reshapes the landscape of the Eastern Conference for all three franchises, setting them on new trajectories. For the Celtics, it's a calculated step, a strategic maneuver, toward a new era of Celtics basketball, one focused on depth and versatility. For the Hawks, it's a push, a clear signal, to contend now and make a deep run in the playoffs. And for the Nets, it's a smart play, a forward-thinking decision, for long-term flexibility and sustained success in the future. The surprises didn't stop there. The NBA is a league of constant change, and just when you think you've seen it all, another blockbuster trade shakes up the landscape. Boston also traded Jrue Holiday to the Portland Trail Blazers. This move sent shockwaves throughout the league, leaving many fans scratching their heads. Holiday was the defensive anchor and a playoff hero, a key piece of the Celtics championship puzzle. He consistently shut down the opposing team's best player and provided crucial leadership on and off the court. So his departure stunned fans. Many questioned the Celtics' decision to part ways with such a valuable asset. In return, the Celtics received Anfernee Simons, a promising young player with a lot of potential. A 26-year-old scoring guard known for his shooting, particularly his ability to knock down shots from beyond the arc. He's a dynamic offensive player who can create his own shot and score in a variety of ways. Plus 2 future second-round picks, adding to the Celtics' draft capital. This move signals a shift from defense-first veterans, players who have been around the league for a while and prioritize that side of the ball, to younger, offense-oriented talent, players who are still developing and whose strengths lie primarily on the offensive end of the court. Holiday's age and hefty contract were key factors. His salary was a significant burden on the Celtics' cap space. Boston wanted to get younger and reduce payroll, giving them more financial flexibility in the future. Simons' expiring contract gives the Celtics future flexibility, allowing them to make further moves down the line, whether they keep him or let him walk, depending on how he performs and what other opportunities arise. Trading Holiday is a gamble, a calculated risk with the potential for a significant payoff. His leadership and defense are hard to replace. Those are qualities that don't always show up in the box score, but they are incredibly valuable to a team's success. Simons brings offensive firepower, adding another dimension to the Celtics' attack. But the Celtics' backcourt defense will take a hit. They will need to find other ways to compensate for the loss of Holiday's defensive prowess. Boston is betting on its core stars, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, to lead a new, more dynamic team. They will need to step up and take on even greater leadership roles. The front office is prioritizing potential and financial freedom over proven experience. They are hoping that Simons can develop into a star and that the added cap space will allow them to make further improvements to the roster. It's a bold pivot, a significant change in direction for the Celtics franchise. And the pressure is now on Tatum, Brown, and the coaching staff to make this new formula work. The Celtics are reimagining their identity, transforming themselves into a faster, more offensive-minded team, hoping this risk pays off. They are aiming to build a team that can compete for championships for years to come. Only time will tell if this gamble leads to another championship. The Celtics' future hangs in the balance. Boy, the driving force behind these trades? Money. The Celtics faced a massive luxury tax bill, with new NBA rules making overspending even more punishing. By moving Porzingis and Holiday, Boston could save over $200 million in salary and tax payments. This financial reset gives the team flexibility to invest elsewhere and avoid harsh league penalties. Anfernee Simons' expiring contract is a key part of this strategy. Boston can re-sign him or clear even more cap space. The new approach prioritizes adaptability and long-term health over short-term spending. Fans may be sad to see stars go, but these moves are about building a sustainable contender. The Celtics are betting they can win without the league's highest payroll. It's a business decision as much as a basketball one. Boston is setting a new model for balancing competitiveness and financial responsibility. With these changes, the Celtics' style of play will shift dramatically. Without Porzingis, Boston loses a stretch big and rim protector, forcing them to rely more on traditional centers and team defense. Georges Niang adds shooting off the bench, but the defensive drop-off is real. The loss of Jrue Holiday means the backcourt defense weakens, but Anthony Simons brings more scoring punch. Expect a faster-paced, offense-first approach, with Tatum and Brown carrying even more responsibility. The coaching staff must redesign both offense and defense to fit the new roster. The Celtics are betting on outscoring opponents rather than shutting them down. Success will depend on how quickly the team adapts and whether the stars can lead on both ends. The new-look Celtics will be exciting, but their defense will be under the microscope. It's a high-risk, high-reward transformation. Boston is all in on a new identity. For Atlanta, landing Kristaps Porzingis is a game-changer. He's the perfect complement to Trae Young, spacing the floor and creating new offensive options. The pick and pop between Young and Porzingis could become one of the league's most dangerous plays. Porzingis adds scoring versatility. He can shoot, post up, and finish at the rim. His size and shot blocking also boost Atlanta's defense. The main risk Porzingis is injury history. The Hawks must manage his health for a deep playoff run. If he stays healthy, he's an all-star caliber addition. This move signals Atlanta's intent to compete for a championship now. The Hawks' ceiling just got much higher. Atlanta fans have plenty to be excited about. The Brooklyn Nets played a quiet but crucial role in the trade. Their main prize, a large trade exception, giving them flexibility to absorb contracts and collect assets in future deals. This tool positions Brooklyn as a key player in upcoming trades, perfect for a rebuilding team. Trading Georges Niang also opens up minutes for younger prospects to develop. The Nets are focused on the long game, gathering assets, building cap space, and developing talent. They didn't grab headlines, but they made a smart, strategic move. Brooklyn is laying the groundwork for a future contender. Sometimes the best moves are the quietest. For Celtics fans, this summer has been bittersweet. Celebrating a championship, then saying goodbye to Porzingis and Holiday is tough. But the arrival of Anthony Simons and a new financial strategy brings hope for the future. The front office is prioritizing long-term success over sentimentality, much like other dynasties have done. Fans must trust Brad Stevens' vision, even if it means short-term pain. The team will look different, but the goal remains another championship. The journey continues, with new faces and new challenges. A new chapter in Celtics history is about to begin. These trades have reshaped the Eastern Conference. The Celtics are no longer the clear favorites, but they remain contenders with Tatum and Brown leading the way. Atlanta, with Porzingis, is now a real threat, while teams like Milwaukee and Philadelphia see new opportunities. The East is more competitive than ever. Boston's future hinges on how well Simons fits and whether the team can compensate for defensive losses. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy that could spark a new dynasty. Or backfire. The Celtics have youth, flexibility, and assets, but also big questions. The league will be watching to see if this bold gamble pays off. The race for the Eastern Conference crown is wide open. The next NBA season promises drama, surprises, and a brand new Celtics story.